Welcome to episode 40 of Fortnite Gametime, our Fortnite series where I'll share my thoughts as we navigate this game. So, we're starting off here at the Yellow Ranger. I affectionately call her Heal Shorty. Any character that'll passively heal us, I want to, recruit them, put them on our team. So, we're going to start there. Now, I'm not going to cut it up too much. I like to kind of keep Fortnite Gametime a little unedited, but we will pass through the majority of the looting in the early game. So at this point, Carnage has hired the Black Ranger. I've hired Yellow Ranger, so we got ourselves a full squad. We see this helicopter flying above us. So we're basically asking each other, do we want to fight this? How we want to navigate this? Basically said we'll just let them fly away and go to A-bomb. But then they start shooting rockets at us. So of course we can't let that go unpunished. They get a couple good hits, but then Carnage puts his twinkle toes on and is able to dodge them rockets. They can't hit him no more from here, so we're chilling. Meanwhile, I'm beaming their helicopter. Watch these rockets. Skirt! Nope, dodged them. So, Carnage is, getting away. He's also moving towards the A bunker. I'm continuing to attack them. What's gonna happen? I can tell once the smoke is coming out, they're pretty low. So I'm gonna hop out. I know they're gonna continue following Carnage, and I'm gonna be able to take them out of the sky here. So basically just needed Carnage to dodge one more rocket, and we're going to take him out. Now he calls out a car as he drove past it, so that's what I get here, because I know that they die out the helicopter, when they destroy the helicopter. They don't actually die or get eliminated, they're just floating down. So now he's in combat over here. Also, excuse the I don't know why there's no desktop audio, no game audio, but hopefully the music can vibe with it. So that's one of the ones I believe developed the helicopter. We get some nice beams on him. I'll get him out of here. Now we're going to close the gap, looking for the teammate. Just want to make sure Carnage is able to heal his car, and I actually think they might have destroyed the gas station. Let's see in just a moment. But we get that elimination, take the shockwaves, and Carnage gets the rocket launcher, and yes, the gas station was destroyed, so we're going to continue moving. But that was a nice fight there. They tried to take us out from the sky with the rocket launchers. Carnage able to do his car thing to keep us alive, and I'm able to take them down. Good teamwork there. So now we're kind of just deciding what we want to do. The gas stations are destroyed. We were like, we can still go back to that bunker, so that's what we'll do. And then we see the reboot going on, and now we're just like, what's truly our best move? Do we attack the reboot? Do we attack the bunker? They're both kind of in the same area. Should we just not worry about it, go somewhere else? We decide, since there's shooting going on at this reboot, there's multiple teams over here, so we're going to go ahead and try to third party, see what we can do. So we roll up, I see Yellow Ranger hop out, that alerts me, tells me somebody's near. I just try to get some vision there with my slide. I can tell this Miku is a real player. I'm not sure about this one here that I'm shooting. I feel like this is a bot the way they're moving, but it may have been a real person. But I can definitely tell Miku was, so that's why I focused on her out the gate. Carnage tries to do a splatter with her. SD, yeah, that was a bot. So that's definitely a skill if you struggle with that, recognizing whether they are bots or real people. You want to consider how they're moving. If they're just running at you, shooting in a straight line, they're probably a bot. If you start shooting at them, they don't immediately jump, or some of the things that you'll see me do, or somehow that Miku immediately escaped. Those type of things we know, or can cue us on to tell them they're real characters. And so I don't run down there. That's the other thing. I don't want to fight in the box. I want to stay out in the open. That's another player flying by. Cool. Carnage called them out. I get this one behind you. And then Miku shows up behind him. Like, hey, Miku's back. So I jump over here. She's able to get some good shots on him. And actually, Yellow Ranger takes her out before I even get there. So now I'm going to start this revive. And I'm not actually trying to stick this. I'm trying to get the other teammate to show themselves. They flare. I don't see them, so I stick it again. And they put the red laser on the rocket and tell them where they're at. So I'm going in. But turns out there's another team here. So switch targets. We're going to take one of them out. Basically, that was just easiest target. I didn't want to chase the dude who I originally wanted to fight. They shocked away. So I'm just going in here. And now this guy gets some great bug blaster shots. I should have shot immediately instead of trying to fight him on the rock. but I get some great counter shots. So we're both pretty low here. Catching them on the reposition there. Missed that one, but I have some good distance, and of course, they're fighting my Yellow Ranger. That ain't me, dog. I'm a Black Ranger this time.
Come on, you bro.
Get a clean shockwave to get over to our boy Carnage. Get that revive, y'all. Come on. Come on. Yes, sir. We love it.
All the Rangers. Jesus.
Look at the Rangers. Look at all the Rangers.
Another car.
You got too many. So I heard a car drive by, see the shooting. Just want to peek over, see what's going on, see somebody running there. Bug Blaster's just so good. You'll notice you saw how Yellow Ranger kill shot threw a splash on me as I was fighting. That's why she's my favorite. I love the UAVs that you get from some characters. I love the ammo and all that you can get, but being able to be engaged with someone and still passively healing because my NPC is throwing heals at me, it's just so valuable to me. Especially just the way I play. I'm very aggressive, so having those passive heals can just be very helpful. In any case, we're not going to stay here too much longer. We're just going back over the loot. I'm marking some of the good ones for Carnage so he can upgrade his loot. So his legendary assault rifles. I'm always going to keep a hollow, so let him tool up, and then we're going to do the pushing. So now we're playing position. We're moving into the end game here. There's only 8 people left. So we were sitting on top of this mountain. Storm has moved, so now we're moving toward the circle.
My car is running out.
And
as long as you go.
My car is starting to run out of gas. So as I'm moving up, I'm just considering, where the enemies are.
Only 7 people left. There's only 5 enemies. I see one right there with another one.
We see one there. And we're going to change targets here. They hop in the car. So I noticed that red exclamation point over that character alerts us. You see the red exclamation point? That alerts us that it's an NPC. So I didn't focus them until the car drove away. I wanted to try to put as much damage on the car because that has the real people in it. They drove away, so we put damage on the NPC. It teleports. We're fine. Now, old me would have chased them. But what we want to do is get to that mountain. That's the best positioning of this current circle. So that's where we need to get to.
I gotta reset.
So I've got the mark. I'm
right up here. They're trying to get up here, yeah.
So you hear me say there's people already up here. They're trying to get the position.
Oh, I'm out of gas. Oh,
car runs out of gas. Got to make a decision. I don't want to shock again, even though there's one on both sides of me. I can't shock again here because I only have one. So I'm going to jump down, and now we can shock. Carnage has also re-entered the fray, which is huge.
My dog.
Now free kill on the Miku. We got to hit some shots here. Got her. Ooh. Out there.
She's dead.
Okay, so 3 people left. We know one of them is the team with the Blue Ranger.
Yeah, that was beautiful. My man came up. It is cheese. Where'd Nico go? Oh, snap, they shooting. Shooting from that rock. I got good damage on that.
We get some good beams there. That was a 65 and a 78. I don't know if it was on the same character, but either way, that's some good damage.
Where did Miku?
And we didn't take any damage.
Yeah, I'm asking where did she die at?
Myself is busy just to get myself.
Where's the hammer?
That Carnage calls out a hammer back here. Cool. So we want to try to get over to that. So we do need our movement. And then, just like I was saying in the other games, I'm always trying to mark where we need to go. That way, once we start fighting, it's hectic. We need to move. We know where to go. So I mark it. I start moving. Carnage is a little slow on the trigger.
Okay.
I think he saw them coming up, but he didn't fly over. Not quite sure right yet. He starts marking them, and So he wants to fight them on that hill, so I gotta come back. I would have liked him to fly over here and we catch them in transition. But, you know, he's fighting 2v1, so I gotta get back over here. I'm able to put one down. He's engaged with that one up there. And again, see the footsteps? I notice immediately Blue Ranger, get off him. Right, I'm looking for the real person, not worried about Blue Ranger. Blue Ranger most likely won't kill. So there's the teammate, but now, see, this is why positioning is so important. Because now I'm running from the storm. And had I already been on that mountaintop over there, I'm not running. Moreover, Carnage finally moved, but now he got caught by the other person. So, a little disjointed there. I think had we moved as soon as I marked, and we're just catching the rest of these guys in transition. But all good. We make it work. So now it's 4 people left, but Carnage is down. So it's 1v1v1. And I'm gonna get to this mountaintop first. You see them all floating in too. And this is just, I could have killed the silver one there, but I'm pretty confident that this one is better. This is the one that killed Carnage. And we've been engaged with Silver Shawty, who had Blue Ranger. We've been engaged with her, and I have yet to really take damage. So I switched targets to try to make sure I got rid of the other character. And I'll take the 1v1 against her after reset. Here I get a little greedy. I'm trying to pick up these shockwaves, and I end up picking up the Sentinel Pump. And that messes me up. Turns out he only has 1 shockwave anyway, so that wasn't even really worth it. I just barely get out the storm. Given I could have just kept hitting the fizzy probably and walked out, but I like to play on the edge apparently.
Somebody's right there.
And there's our final enemy trying to shoot Norval at me. Honestly, think if they had just used the gun, they might have got me. But in any case, I appreciate y'all watching because we finna get this dub on them. If you watched this far, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much. Alright, now I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.